Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language, explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Spirit Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, and we are back. It is Wednesday night where we are. I don't know what time it is where you are. If you're in New Zealand, it's probably Thursday morning. I don't know where you're at, but we're here, and I'm here, and I get to play games with my friends, my good buddies. Hello, friends. How's it going?
Hey.
There he is. Great to see you guys again. It's been a long week. Glad that we're all back together to see what happens. Let's get into some introductions, and we'll get to the game as quick as we can. We do have some announcements and whatnot, but let's start with introductions. Andy, why don't you kick us off?
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. I am playing Rhunar Deg. He is a 9th level human dual sword wielding Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy.
Thank you, Andy. Ashley, why don't you say hi to the folks?
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing Feyre Evenstar. She is a 9th level College of Glamour bard, and she is a half elf. And I don't know, she's really good at charming people.
That is absolutely true. You basically walked through this entire town, charming everyone in your path, which has been pretty fun to watch. Chad, why don't you say hello next?
Hello. It's me, Chad. I will be playing as Tenoch Knucklebones today. I will be charming people with magic and fists. Yes.
He's a charmer.
Yeah. I have charisma and diplomacy.
Are you not charmed?
I'm happy. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone out there.
Kirk, say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Byron. Hern. I'm Kirk, actually. I play Byron Hern. It's my character
sometimes
in this game, which isn't a game. It's a real world in an alternate universe. And Byron Hern is trying to save the world from an evil threat. That's all I got, actually. I'm a rogue. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Thank you for that. Saving the world is what we do here at the Beyond Saltmarsh game. Let's see. We've got some announcements. Andy, why don't you kick us off, please?
Announcement?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Dealer's choice.
Hey, everybody. We got merch. We got t-shirts. We got sweatshirts. We got kids onesies. We have an old logo and a new
classic
logo, classic logo,
The classic.
and a new logo. And we have a bunch of other things on there too. Coffee mugs, totes, wall art.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mouse pads. Don't forget the mouse pads.
Ooh, mouse pads.
Probably use one of those.
Chad, why don't you fill us in on what's going on this week with brooms and such?
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta get my hat on.
There you go.
Hello. This week, as long as everything goes according to plan, we'll be playing Kids on Brooms tomorrow, and it will be a good time of exploring the lives of young magical children at school and the shenanigans that they get up to. Yeah, it'll be our second session tomorrow right here, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm excited. I'm gonna wear this hat. I'll probably talk in some weird voices for a little while because I have a wizard voice. I'm not gonna do it right now, but yeah,
Good.
I'm excited. Join us. It'll be fun.
Tomorrow night. Same time, same place.
Same time.
Thank you, sir. I've got an announcement. Guess what? We're sponsored by CZRPG, our campaign sponsor. They've been with us for like forever, since the early days, since we started streaming, and we're really excited because they've stuck with us. We support what they're doing with their content creation. They're a publishing company led by Christian, who and they create all kinds of third-party Dungeons and Dragons content, adventures, character and class options, a boatload of maps. They've got a Patreon, which you should totally check out. You get a bunch of maps out of that deal. Really good stuff. We are super excited because tonight we're giving away a PDF copy of The War Wagon, which is really cool because it was written by Andy the Goat Heedley, who is actually our other sponsor. We'll get into that in a minute. Ashley's got something prepared for that. So they collaborated on this particular project, and it is really cool. So your characters are kind of put in this position where they get to choose whether to be the robbers or they get to be the good guys. And so there's kind of a cool dynamic there. And there's a bunch of NPC stats. There's a really, really well laid out, well written adventure plot, hooks, all that good stuff. So all you have to do to win is type !drawing, and you will be entered to win. We'll draw a lucky person at the end of the stream. So check it out. Get in on that action. It's going to be, you're going to like it. It's really good stuff. And now I'm going to toss it over to Ashley.
Knew you were going to do this. Hey, everybody. So we are also sponsored by Old Goat Beard Company. And I just got to let you guys know that Valentine's Day is coming up.
Oh, nice.
So if you're looking for a gift for your significant other, consider getting some of this beard balm from Old Goat Beard Company. It comes in flavors like whiskey honey, cherry tobacco, cedar leather, or roasted oatmeal stout. And it makes everything soft, and like it makes the flyaways not so crazy. So go ahead and get him something that he'll actually like. Some beard balm from Old Goat Beard Company.
Fantastic. That was awesome, Ashley. You prepared for that.
That was
Hell
good.
yeah. Hey, Real Long Shot. Welcome to the guild. We appreciate you being here. Awesome work, everybody. I know. I've got something too. Something else to throw in here real quick. I wanted to give a plug to our friends over at Lord Gazumba. Jay is putting together an amazing weekend fundraiser for St. Jude's Research Hospital, Children's Research Hospital. That's going to be in February. February, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Bunch of awesome Greyhawk content is going to be showed on a variety of different channels. I'll be playing on Sunday over at Time Lord's Wife channel. There's a lot of great games that are going to be out there. You'll be able to donate to support the cause. They're shooting, I think last year, I don't remember what they raised last year, but it was really impressive. This year they're shooting for $15,000 over the course of the 3 days. So check it out, get involved. There's going to be some good games either way. So I highly recommend that. I was really honored to be able to sit in with Jay and Anna Meyer last Sunday and talk with them and Robert Hartley GM and MJ Russell, and we got to chat a little bit about the fundraiser and about DMing and all that good stuff. So good people in this Greyhawk community, and we want to make sure that we're supporting them. Let's go over and check that out. It'd be really cool. Let's see. Do we have any other announcements that I'm aware of? I don't think so. Anybody else have any announcements? Enter to win. Get in the drawing. We'll draw someone at the end. In the meantime, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, here's a little recap. I know y'all want to know what happened last week because it was a little touch and go there for a minute. In our last episode, the Deg Gang magically charmed their way into a warehouse tour with an uncharacteristically enthusiastic guy named Bert. During the walkthrough, Byron whipped out Dr. Graw's magnifying glass and detected faint web tracks near a recently repaired area on the worn wooden floor. A decision was made to follow up on the name Mr. Dory, the owner of the warehouse. And he also learned from Bert that he could be found at a seedy private tavern known as the Fishhead Tavern. With what little light you made it to the into the froth You set off to confront Dory, perhaps question him. You arrived at the windowless building, sort of billowing steam out of the chimney. Rhunar leading the way inside. You were immediately, upon entry, met with an unwelcome command to leave the tavern, filled, as it were, with some of the roughest-looking buccaneers that you'd seen yet in Narisbin. Standing your ground, you were about to get 86'd by a hobgoblin and his human sidekick when swords were brandished and a fight broke out. The human bouncer grabbed Feyre's arm, which is a no-no. Rhunar responded by slamming the hilt of his sword into the hobgoblin's face, dropping him to the ground in a heap, and sending a flock of Kenku into a frenzy as Tenoch moved in and landed a grappling hold on the man confronting Feyre. Crossbow bolts were whizzing by, just barely missing you. Byron stepped forward and cut the man's arm off. What the hell? Ending his grip on Feyre. It seemed like the Deg Gang would take the upper hand. Well, at least I guess they took a hand. But then all hell broke loose, and 5 patrons, trembling, shaking, their skin peeling back to reveal these horrible squid-like creatures with webbed feet that tore through to reveal themselves and moved in to attack. Feyre and then Rhunar were the first to experience the creature's mind-breaking touch, a painful psychic energy blast. Regaining your senses, Rhunar, you brandished your second sword and began to hack away at the creature in front of you, dropping it with a trip attack, surging with a flurry of swings with your swords. Tenoch invoked the power of Biori, summoning mirror images of himself and following up by calling forth a spirit shroud. Feyre took 2 well-placed dagger strikes before calling upon her mantle of majesty to command the creatures to flee. Byron also falling prey to a psychic blast from the creatures, and which actually forced him to dash out of the tavern. The creatures seemed to swarm in on you, inflicting a ton of damage. The tides were turning, and Tenoch was able to hold off the attack with his mirror images, confusing their attacks. Rhunar disengaged and began to pull back as Tenoch sprang forward with his steel wind strike. Beautiful damn spell. Hacking through the swarm of baddies before exiting the tavern to join Byron. Feyre, seeing the battle turning, disengaged as well. You used your mantle of inspiration to aid in the party's escape. Byron threw down a handful of acid crystals that he had collected on Cybert Isle to hold back the monsters. And with that, the 4 of you dashed back into the dark streets of the Froth. Looking back, you watched as the door to the Fishhead Tavern slammed shut. And that, my friends, is where we find ourselves, out in front of, well, a little ways away, let's say, from the Fishhead Tavern, as you have essentially pulled back your attack. My friends, what would you like to do next?
Guys, we gotta get back to the. We gotta go back. We gotta relax.
Things were in there the whole time.
Yeah, did you see them just change into monsters?
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Oh,
Very badly.
sorry. I cast.
You are bleeding a
Cure
lot.
Wounds.
We should move away.
Yes,
On
let's keep
Byron.
running away.
I think we should head out of the Froth. Let's head back uphill.
Yeah, this place sucks.
I accept a cure wounds.
We got to regroup.
Please take 6 points of healing.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, as you move out into the night, you can tell that the it's gotten darker. Not only from the sun setting, but the thick fog or smoke or whatever this particulate matter that hangs low over the Froth, growing thicker. I would like all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I would like to use one of my advantages.
That's
I
a
don't
very
have
good
any
idea.
Left.
This would probably be a great time to mention to the folks in the stream who are watching, if you want to support the party, you can donate bits to give them advantage points or luck points. You get to, when you donate the bits, you get to designate who that goes to. It can go to any of the players, or it can go to the DM as well. So check that out. I think we've got a little description of that here. Here we go. Got it. Beat you.
I rolled pretty low, but I'm going to use my Indomitable feature
Okay.
to re-roll that.
Nice.
Come on.
Indomitable.
Did anybody
Oh.
roll lower than a 15?
Yes.
Yep, sure did. Got an 8.
What about you, Rhunar? 9?
9.
I got 19 when I
Okay.
add my wisdom because I just rolled instead of hitting the great button.
I got an 18.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay, so Ashley, did you use advantage or you didn't?
I did.
Okay, got it.
So I mean, I said I was going to, so like,
Okay.
mark it up.
All right. So Byron, you look around, sort of you look back and you see the door slam, and then you turn around, you're coughing, and you take the healing energy that Feyre bestows upon you. And as that energy pulls into you and heals your hit points, which it does, you get extremely dizzy. Everything starts to go white, and you drop to your knees, your head hurting, spiking with pain, and everything is white now. You can't see in front of you. Rhunar, you don't fall. What did you get with your Indomitable? Did you still?
9.
Okay, so yeah, you drop to a knee as well, holding your head. Tenoch and Feyre, you see your companions sort of dropping to the ground, and everybody gets an advantage from Darth. Thank you, Darth.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yes.
I turned to Feyre and I said, all right, Rochambeau for captaincy.
Nice.
No, I'll pick one of them up. I'll grab Rhunar and kind of lift him up. I'm not very tall.
Do we need a transport? I mean, because I could turn into like a mammoth or something.
I think that would be problematic.
Okay. All right, and then I'll grab
Yeah,
Byron.
I think if we just help him.
Okay.
Are you okay?
You know, it's an
Captain?
option.
Snap out of it.
I can't see.
My head. I can't see anything.
All right.
Something's happening.
Thank you, Scarpy.
Lean up on me, and yeah, well, I'll lead the way. The captain, I don't know, draped across my tiny body somehow.
What's your strength, Tenoch?
18.
Okay.
Are we like incapacitated? Like we can't move?
You can't see right now, so you would be in the blinded
Right.
condition.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of
Ooh, thank you,
hold
techie
his
woman.
hand. I'll hold his hand.
I wanna hold your hand.
Hype,
in
hype.
the froth.
Ah, 2 advantages to Byron.
Yeah, thanks, techie woman. You are awesome. Let me get this thing updated. So yeah, you are currently blinded, both Rhunar and Byron.
Or
I'm-
actually, I'll have him put his hand on my shoulder.
I'm gonna take Byron's arm and put it around my shoulder and just kind of like lean him out and like we gotta go. And
Where are we
then to
going?
the side, I'm gonna turn over to Rhunar and said, you know, if we had some diamond dust, I could have taken care of this.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear it. No. Maybe we'll get some more tomorrow.
Let's head back
get
to
outta
the
here.
anemone.
You guys make your way to the anemone. The going
Yeah.
is a little slow as you help your companions along the way. As you sort of rise out of this low froth, they call it low town or the froth. It's this low hanging area that's almost like sinking back into the harbor. And you rise up as you walk towards the main part of town. On this map, I can ping it so you get sort of up into this area. You can see how, and actually on the map, I modified the map a little bit. That smoke and fog is getting darker over the froth than it has been.
Yep.
But as you come out of that, your vision slowly comes back, Rhunar and Byron. You start to feel a little bit better. The rest of you, Feyre and Tenoch, you start to feel that anxiety, that weight, that barometric pressure start to relieve itself as you work your way back up into the docks district of town.
As we're kind of walking, I will, in lowish tones, so as to not necessarily be overheard by whoever happens to be around as best as I can. I will say to Feyre, I'll say, I wonder if having, oh shoot, I don't have my notes open. Having a word, what's fucking Dress Boy's name?
Dress. Oh,
Dress.
Mints.
Yeah, Mins. I'll
Dress
say,
Well, the guy,
it might not.
the well-dressed man.
He
Yeah.
means the man who gave me the dress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Dress Boy.
I remember
Yeah,
Dress
I don't
Boy. Yeah.
Just I'll say maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to
Talk to him about
have a
this?
meeting with Mins. Well, I mean, obviously we're from out of town, but it's getting noticeably shittier over there, and that can't be good, or perhaps normal.
Yeah. I do want to check one thing first.
And he might at least be a what's the word? I can't think of it
Contact?
in your. I can't think of it in your language. A familiar inroad.
Hmm.
That's not. I can't. I don't have it. Common isn't my first language.
That's all right. Hey Byron, I would love it if you would check that stolen ledger and just see if there's something to do with there was a symbol, a lion crest brand on those
Okay.
boxes. If you could look up to see who that is, just in case they're also working with Dory as well.
But okay, yeah, I'll look it over.
Because I'd hate to like run to Mince and find out Mince is the person who is, working with them.
What are you thinking? Like, if this person is working with them, should we?
Well,
should
we shouldn't run
hunt
to them for
down too?
help. Well, we should consider them to not be friendly.
Yeah, we should. I think you're right. We should find out where they're holed up, and we should burn their place down too.
Yeah, all right.
I think that's our best option.
What's that target?
I think we gotta burn their place down, and we gotta find this other guy, and we gotta burn their place down.
I mean,
We're gonna burn some places down.
yeah, we're all beat up. We're just like bloody, like with swollen cheeks and eyes and arms and.
Yeah,
I'm fine
Cough
with.
up
We
some
should
blood.
burn something down.
Yeah. Why don't you all go to sleep and don't wake up when I leave in the middle of the night.
All right.
You shouldn't go by yourself.
Yeah, no one's.
Yeah,
leaving
no
me
offense, but that's a good way to die.
Yeah, if you're gonna burn something down, take someone with you.
Don't you guys? I thought you guys were mad at me because like I got us kicked out of Cybrid, and I got us kicked out of Saltmarsh, and I got us kicked out of Monmerg, and like I don't want you guys to not like me anymore because I'm getting you kicked out of Nerisman too, and
Yeah, well,
This
like-
place is
Well,
a
then-
shithole.
well, then-
yeah,
well, then
but I'm
don't
gonna.
do
Let's
it.
get kicked out.
Well, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna get us kicked out because you're not gonna know anything about it. So you're gonna be able to be like, I have no idea what happened. I really don't, and everyone's gonna believe you. And then because you're telling the truth.
But remember, we're the new people here.
Yep.
We're gonna be suspect number ones.
Yeah, but we're what? Burning down a murderer's hideout, and all of a sudden the Lantern Ghost Killer is no longer murdering people in town. Ha!
But that's if
Awesome.
anybody else cares.
we just got attacked by monsters in the middle.
How
of this
deep does it
town.
go, right?
Yeah, but I mean, here's the big thing.
I can find out.
Yeah, I want to find out for us. I will look over that ledger though. So, Dave, if it's all right, I'll do an investigation of the ledger to see if I can decipher the lion crest.
Okay. Absolutely.
Also, what time of day is it?
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
Yep.
Like night.
the sun has gone down probably right around the time that you arrived at the Fishhead Tavern. It was like sunset. So this is only probably a couple minutes later because that combat literally lasted less than 20 seconds,
Right.
which is crazy to think about. You went in, you looked around, and you got in a fight and left. How
Fight.
how bad are people in terms of like what how does your character feel right now after that, mentally and physically?
I'll go first. Byron is really, really mad, is really, really bloody, like blood coming out of his arms. Psychically, he's like feeling defeated. He's worried for his friends. He's feeling like this overarching, like, how dare they attack my friends in broad nighttime? I'm gonna kill them all.
Yeah, I'm ready for that fight to happen. Still, I didn't take any damage. I'm I feel a little exhausted on my spell powers. I'm great. I'm ready to go.
Rhunar is pretty messed up. He's roughed up pretty significantly.
Yeah, you got fucked up.
So he could use at least a short rest to kind of try and recuperate. Where should we go back to the anemone?
Yeah, that's where we're at. We got
Okay.
there.
You guys are just arriving there as you're kind of walking and talking.
Yeah.
Should we tell the guard we just got attacked in their town
No,
by monsters?
nope.
Why not? They can do some fighting for us.
If they wanted to do fighting, they would have handled this problem by now.
Now, if they didn't know about it.
Weeks they've been dealing with a murderer, and they haven't done anything to deal with it.
I've been
I
in
mean-
enough towns like this to know that that's not necessarily, like, it might be, but it more equally could maybe not be helpful at all.
I don't know if, the guy running this town is a good person or not. I mean, Fulchman seemed like a normal kind of person. So, I mean, do we think he's involved with shape-changing fish people?
Yeah, it's hard to believe
I don't know.
the whole town would be in on this, don't you think?
But the real question is we need to find out what we can about this Dory first. Right? Like how high up the food chain is this guy? Because if he's low on the food chain, then yeah, fuck him. But if he's not, if he's high up on the food chain, then that's not going to be good for us.
Right. I mean, we could rush in right now before we heal and we're clearly have been roughed up and like go to the constabulatory or whatever and tell them that this happened, or we could wait.
Is there something in my eyes, guys? They like kind of sting a little.
I'll go over and like open up one of his eyes. Like, why?
Roll-
Can I do a medicine check on him?
roll a medicine check for me. And you guys are literally right at the entrance to the anemone, standing outside having this conversation. What'd you get?
19.
Yeah, you kind of spread his eye open and get a good look, and he kind of looks around, and you can see that there is like a black cloudiness in his eye.
Ugh. That's not right.
You've got the oil aliens from X-Files.
There is something not right about. You know what? We need to get some diamond dust, or Byron's gonna turn to fish person. I just look at Rhunar.
Wait, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
Well, you see that? Like I point to like the oily, or discoloration. Like that ain't good.
Do I have that?
All right, I'll go over and I'll look at it.
Yeah, now that you know what you're looking for, you can see that Rhunar has it, but it's not quite as pronounced as Byron's.
Yep.
Shit. All right. What do we need to do?
To burn that place to the ground.
A server comes
the
walking
nails.
past you with a tray of beverages as he is working his way out to the tables. As you recall, the Anemone has this big outdoor courtyard area with lanterns, and there's people drinking and seem to be going about their business. And it seems to be busy again, as it usually is at the Anemone.
Yeah, let's grab a table, maybe. Or if we can find a quiet back spot inside, maybe that might be better.
Right, where we can
Still
like
rooms,
sit for
right?
about an hour.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna
Very
sneak up to
specific.
the room, I think Byron would sneak up to the room because he doesn't want everyone to see how brutally maimed he is.
Yeah, you guys are getting some
Wash
looks. You
yourself.
guys are definitely getting
Yeah.
a few looks.
Like I'm bloodied. I'm like I was
Yeah, maybe
that
you
close to
all
dying.
Maybe you all should go upstairs and wash up. I have some questions I'm going to ask around about. I have
Okay.
a few ideas.
I'll go up to the bartender and I'll be like, "Can I have like, 4 meals sent up to the room with like a beer or something?"
Yeah, of course, sweetheart.
Yeah. It's
Are you okay?
It's been a night. Like, she's just got like one black eye. She's got blood in her hair.
Are you gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right.
But I need to get cleaned up.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll send some food up. A couple beverages.
Thank you.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna like grab Rhunar. I'm gonna like pull him up to me and be like, Rhunar, we should talk.
What's going on?
So listen. So you know a lot more than Tenoch and Feyre about me. So the deal is, I was tasked by the Seekers to come to Saltmarsh to find out what Aubrey Drowlian was doing, right?
Yeah.
And Aubrey Drowlian was in direct connection with Solana. And Solana is the person that this box was supposed to go to in the first place. And it sounds, from my own investigation and from the investigation of his cell and our continued investigation in this town, and as far as I can tell, these squid people are tied to Solana. And
Tied to the thing that's like whispering to him, I would imagine.
yeah, so we got to figure out what's going on here. And you noticed in that warehouse there was that floor, the brand new floor area.
Right.
From my expert carpentry skills, not trying to brag or anything, built a few things with wood.
Yes.
It definitely looked like they were patching up a big old hole that happened. They mentioned it happened around the comet, which, so I have a couple things. Personally, I think Dory is a good lead, but we got to go back to that warehouse. We got to figure out what's happening underneath that warehouse. And we got to burn down Dory's little bar.
Just burn it to the ground.
Yeah, just burn it to the ground. Just let them all on fire. And we'll piss on the ashes.
Tempted.
But this is what I was tasked. This is what I was sent to Saltmarsh to do. This is my job. And before we go on to the Amadio, we need to get Solana out of jail. We need to free him, and we need to clear his name. And to do that, we need to figure out what's going on in this town. And to do that, we need to figure out what's going on with these squid people.
Right, but if you burn the tavern to the ground, won't that just burn all the evidence?
Yeah, probably. So
That's why I was
maybe
thinking
you should take the lead on this.
I was thinking that's why we would tell the guard, because there would at least be somebody that could come see the monsters for themselves, and
This is
explain-
why
explain why they're attacking us in their own town. You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is why I came to you, because like I know Tenoch and Farah, they're not gonna understand me. They're gonna think I'm crazy.
Well, you are crazy.
I'm not. I'm totally sane. But like, you should probably. I mean, this is what I'm thinking. We should do this. We got to do this. Maybe not the burning of the house, the bar. You tell me what we should do, Rhunar, and I trust you, Captain.
Well, as much as I want to hit them back as soon as possible, I think we got to be smart about it.
Absolutely right.
That was beautiful. In my mind, that was kind of like a Rhunar, you need to stop me from going with my instinct on this. 'Cause I'm going to burn everything. That was beautiful. All right, so you guys are having this conversation. Farah, what are you doing? You've ordered some food. Up to the room. Are you going to go up to the room, or are you just going to find a spot to sit?
Oh, I'm going up to the room.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go to the single room to clean up and wash up and use prestidigitation and all that stuff, because probably that other gentleman is still in our shared room. What was his name again? Refram.
Okay.
Refram.
All right, so you head up to the single room, probably grabbing a key from Rhunar, and you go in there, and there's a basin of water in there that you can use to clean up. The dress is still there. It's pretty clean relative to the other room. It's kept much better than the other room that you've been staying in, for sure. Byron and Rhunar, are you also heading up?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Tenoch,
I'll
you're
head up.
going to stay down in the bar and do some
Yeah,
chatting with people.
Yep, I have some ideas.
All right, Rhunar, what's your plan? Are you going up, or are you going to hang down low in the tavern?
I'm gonna hang out and start a short rest.
Okay, you're going to hang out in the tavern part, or are you going to?
Yeah, in the room.
Oh, in the room.
Sorry.
Got it. Okay.
I thought that's
So
where
you
we
and
were.
no,
I was
you guys
with
are
Byron in the room.
okay. You guys are up in the room. As you enter the room, you walk in and sort of sit down and rest. There's nobody else in the room. Tenoch, you are down in the tavern.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is there a spot at the bar? If there is, I'll kind of get one. If there's not,
Absolutely.
I might
there is.
make one. I'll order a pint of ale. And what's the bartender's name again?
N. Postwall. It's this guy. He's got like tattoos on his face. He's kind of this tall, lanky guy. And he's always got this green tunic on. Probably about 60s-ish age-wise.
Okay.
What'll it be?
I'll have a ale.
All right.
Nothing fancy. Yeah,
Fair enough.
you don't need to be doing gut punches every day.
Good call. Dark ale?
That suits me just fine.
All right. It'll be 1 silver.
I'll pay him.
Rough night, huh? Your friends look a little banged up.
Yeah, the froth isn't always a great place to
Froth?
be.
What are you doing out
poking
in the
around in.
froth?
Well, we've been kind of looking into some of the murders that have happened recently. That guy that's been staying with us for the last couple of days or whatever, he is kind of involved. We rescued him from a kidnapping.
Who's that now?
His name is Refram. older guy writing. He was down here writing notes on being all weird the other day. That was probably earlier today.
I don't recall, but a lot of people come through here.
Yeah. But yeah, some folks don't take kindly to interesting questions.
Do you guys like true crime tourists or something?
You could say we're on a quest.
I've heard that one before, friend. That's great. I'll keep an eye on you. Let me know. Just wave me down if you need another drink.
Yeah. Hey, a quick question.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that little island just at the mouth of the bay there?
Oh, not much to say, really. I mean, there's used to be an old wooden tower there back long time ago, long before I was around. You're talking about the island that's just west of the Beacon Spire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it was a defensive position at one point, but hasn't been much out there for quite some time. Rocks and trees, and gets covered up, I imagine, by the tide occasionally, or storms. Probably why they abandoned the old fort that used to be out there.
Sure. Fantastic. Well, much obliged.
All right. And he gets back to work, slinging more drinks, doing his Tom Cruise cocktail routine.
Oh, nice. Spinning and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Full on. Hell yeah.
Yep.
I might finish this pint and I will look at my spell list real quick.
All right. Well, you're doing that.
I'm gonna walk
Rhunar.
upstairs.
Okay, you're gonna go up.
I'm just gonna walk up and tell them that I'm gonna step out for a bit and I'll be back, and then I'm gonna leave.
So Tenoch comes up and gives you guys the heads up that he's gonna take off for a bit.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna check in on the boys.
Oh, good idea. We need to make sure check on the status of that cargo too.
I will.
Or just ask them.
Do you tell me this? Are we all together when this happens? Because I went to the other room.
I probably wouldn't have gone to both rooms.
Okay, then enjoy.
I would just go to the first
Nothing.
room that appears to be occupied, and
Sure.
yeah, I'm gonna go check in with the boys, see what's going on. I'll ask them about the cargo, and
You're going to go to the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
we haven't been over there. It's good to actually go to the ship every now and then.
It's been like 3 nights. This will be the
Yeah.
4th night since you guys have been to the ship.
Okay. I'm tempted to go with you. Check
You
on-
stay here
check
and
on
rest
things.
up. I'll take care of it.
All right. Be careful.
I will.
All right, so Tenoch takes off down the stairs and out into the night. Is there anything, Byron and Rhunar, that you want to do in the room? Conversations you want to have, or otherwise?
No, before I pass out and go to sleep, because I'm pretty beat up and not really willing to do anything anymore. I'm gonna pull out Bobrick's journal one more time, and with my newfound understanding, just glance over it real quick, try and crank out another entry real quick before going to sleep.
Okay, that sounds good. Given what has happened to your brain and your status, it will be at disadvantage.
So here's my question: with my prior gaining advantage, would it be a straight roll then?
It'll just be a disadvantage roll.
Just disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. I'm still gonna do it with the magnifying glass.
All right. Nice.
There's the Byron rolling on that that we all know and love.
So-
Oh man.
Tell us what you rolled.
I got a natural 1 for a total of 9.
Yeah, you have a very hard time concentrating. The words sort of get blurry, almost like as if you're like nearsighted, and you can't see the words very well. You're just overtired, and your brain has been racked with psychic damage. You just can't make heads or tails out of it, and it's frustrating because you know that you should be able to.
Yep. As the more it blurs out, the angrier I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna close it, slam it down in front of me, kick it across the room, and lay my head down and go to sleep.
All right.
Did I see any of that happen?
Oh yeah, for sure. You see all of that happen.
I'm gonna go pick up the book, the journal,
Okay.
and put it in my bag of holding so that it doesn't get lost or stolen.
All right. Good idea. Yes, Feyre.
After I clean myself up, I'm gonna go back to the communal room.
Okay.
And start casting Tiny Hut in that room, and just like put out my blankets on the carpet again, and just like curl up on the floor.
Oh, yeah, the three of you, battered, bruised, beaten, frustrated, lay down to rest. The three of you in the room. As yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, did you say Rephram was gone?
It's just the three of you in the room.
Okay. All right.
I'll use
think
some
we-
hit die to heal up before I actually go to sleep too, because I don't trust anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we should.
Absolutely.
I think we should do a watch. And maybe can we all stay in the hut tonight?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I have to be in the hut.
I mean, essentially, the hut encapsulates the
The whole
entire
room.
room for the most
okay.
part.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can see the walls are a pink shimmery Barbie color. So it looks like we're
The
all
dream
in
house.
a big pink dream house right
Yeah,
now.
I love it. Just sparkly. Yeah, Darth, you would love this. This hut would be right up your alley, I think. Yeah. So you and I think you've been using this pretty much every night. You've been casting the hut, if I recall.
Yeah.
To protect you all.
She's
Yeah.
even while drunk, she's like automatically like in this protect kind of mode where as long as she can, she would do it every night before she goes to sleep.
Very, very smart. It's a
No, I
great
mean,
spell.
she just doesn't feel safe,
Not after
Yeah.
what she's been through.
right?
Hell no. Okay, so we'll come back to the three of you. You're gonna do some watches and things like that, and you can have some conversations and whatnot. But let's move over to Tenoch. Tenoch, as you are sort of making your way out into the night, past the bustle, the hustle and bustle of the Black Anemone, the outside courtyard glowing with energy and light, and you kind of fade off into the shadows of the docks district. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to. I think first I'm going to make my way to the dock where our rowboat is.
Okay. So it's kind of on the other side, kind of in this general area where I'm pinging.
Okay.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my way there, and then I'm gonna take the rowboat over to the ship.
Okay. You notice that the gentleman that you had tasked with watching the rowboat maybe the night or two prior is certainly not there anymore. And but the rowboat is still there, funny enough.
Good.
But you do get the sense that perhaps it's been used.
That's not entirely surprising. As long as everything is in working order.
Seems to be. Yep, you row your way out to the Good Buddy.
Yeah.
Takes you some time. The night is dark, but you can see by the moonlight, of course, as you paddle towards the ship where you remember it to be anchored out in the harbor here, right about yonder, the top of the map there. As you get close, you hear some shouting. You can't quite make out what the words are, but you see, as you get closer, you see a couple of heads kind of peering over the gunnels down at you as you row closer, and they throw down a rope to you. Master Tenoch!
Boys,
They help you aboard as you climb up.
who's on
Who's on
first?
deck?
Who's on first?
So as you set foot on the main deck, you see Emil, the cook, Emil Alphonse. You see Korga. He seems to be have much more stubble than he normally does. Usually he wears his face pretty clean, close shaved, but he still has his sort of signature dirty bandana wrapped around his neck. And then you also see that other guy.
Okay.
They seem to be on night watch.
How's things been out here?
That other guy's like, just shakes his head. Korga's like, fucking boring. Been sitting here waiting on y'all.
Things are becoming fluid.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how things work with this crew, it seems like, says Alphonse. He's like, I never know what to expect from day to day. What's going on now? You need me to get Fritz? I'll go get him.
Well, that's maybe not necessary if he's racked out. Do any of you know, is there any word on how's the cargo? Has there been any?
We haven't heard anything about movement of the cargo, but it seems to be secure. We got a couple of guys over there right now. Seems that whoever you're working with has their own security, but we left a couple of fellas over there. Sales and Kyle.
Good. They know what they're about.
Sales is pretty eager to get off the ship, so.
You haven't seen anything strange like in the last few days?
A lot of ship traffic, but that doesn't seem too strange for this place.
Sure.
Nah, nothing weird. A couple of the guys went in and had drinks. Got the lay of the land a little bit, but no trouble. We ain't been arrested yet.
I guess that's good. Yeah.
What about Hern? Is he locked up yet?
Surprisingly, no.
Well, if it isn't him getting locked up, he's getting one of us locked up, right, boys? Son of a bitch.
About that, it might be good to keep an extra eye out. Things might become. It might be necessary that we move.
You see Emil get a little nervous.
Not necessarily tonight, but.
Whoa, what's going on? Can you fill us in on anything? Like, I mean, should we be worried? Are we gonna get attacked? Are we gonna get boarded? There's pirates here, right, guys? There's pirates. Shut up, kid.
Well, the ship that we came here looking for. There's a lot of questions and not a lot of easy answers. And not a lot of people who want to give us any answers. but we like asking questions.
And what happens if we don't get the answers we want?
Hern seems to want to burn the place down.
No surprise there, son of a bitch. I mean,
Yeah,
should we,
I can't say too much because I don't necessarily know a lot myself, but I will say be mindful of the water. Like, keep an extra eye out on the water. We've had some run-ins with, I don't know what the fuck they are. I'll be honest. Squiddy looking dudes.
you can just see Emil now, just sweat starting to pour down the side of his face as he takes this black mop of hair, all greasy, and he just kind of pushes it out of his face. He's like, "We're gonna die, right? Here? I don't want to die here. Watch the water. What kind of advice is that? I mean, shut up, kid."
Emil, I'm pretty sure you'll die at your kitchen a number of years from now.
You're
I've
probably
seen
right.
it.
What?
The bones show me things.
Are you trying to persuade him or deceive him?
I mean, technically, I haven't looked into his future, so I guess it would be a deception.
Yeah, or it could be persuasion maybe, but deception is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both the same. I'm going to use my advantage.
Ooh la la.
There we go. 21. That's the sauce.
Yep. He's like, well, if you say so, Tenoch. Just listen to him, kid. He can see the future. All right. I gotta go peel some potatoes or something. Work out these jittery nerves. And he leaves and heads to the galley.
All right, I'm gonna go spend a little bit of time in the cabin.
You let us know if you need anything, Tenoch.
I will. Thank you.
You make your way below deck or to your quarters.
To my quarters, not mine and Theo's quarters, because who's that guy anyway? Just my
Right.
quarters.
It's just your quarters.
Yeah. I am going to do, I want to do two things. One thing I want to do is I'm going to do a divination ritual. And then I also want to use Arcane Eye.
Okay.
Because this, I guess I don't know about full distances, but this might be a better place to Arcane Eye from.
Okay.
I have a little side question. Does the room that Tenoch's in right now look like somebody else is living there?
Hard to say.
All right, I'll let you guys think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
It's a
the
great
same person
question.
who's been using the boat.
Tenoch doesn't have the highest passive perception, so unless he starts to look around, he probably doesn't notice it right away.
Yeah, that's true. My passive perception is 10.
Yeah.
My wisdom modifier is 0.
I mean, Theo left in the middle of the night, so he didn't clean out his room.
Yeah.
Who?
Exactly.
Right. Well, I'm not here either. Whippoorwill.
All right. So as you're preparing Arcane Eye, is that what you're doing?
I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do Arcane Eye first.
Okay.
I'm
What's the
spend an
range
hour
on
doing
that
Arcane
again?
Eye first.
It's pretty far, isn't it?
Yeah. So it just allows me to. It lasts for an hour, up to an hour. Concentration up to an hour, and I can move it 30 feet as an action. So however much distance I could do the math for you, but it's a long ways.
Okay.
It's what I used to do it from the Blackened Enemy to get
Yep.
to look into the Hemlock Pit that one time.
You got it. All right. So where are you going with it this time?
Oh man. Originally, I wanted to try to see if I can get below the blackened enemy or below the Hemlock Pit, but man, that Fishhead Tavern is. I'm gonna look in the Hemlock Pit. I'm gonna see
Okay.
if there's
Back
if
to the
there's
warehouse?
something. Yeah, and then I guess realistically, I'm hoping it won't take me so much because the last time I did it, it took me a long time to get there because I went partially through the froth. And part of my reasoning is I'm hoping that I can circumnavigate some of that since I'm out here, but we'll see. That's obviously not up to me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find that. I'm gonna find that repaired spot and see if there's something below there that I can get into with the
Okay.
eye.
All right. Roll a survival check. It's just gonna be a straight roll.
Okay.
Because of I would give you advantage because you've done this before, but because of the thicker, denser particulate matter in the air, it's going to be a little bit harder. So just a straight roll for survival.
It's a 17.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to maneuver the eye to Hemlock Pit. The door is shut. The main entry door is closed. It is dark. You do remember, and you can see with the eye that there are these barred windows on the upper levels, and so you're able to move up and move the eye in.
Is there a space in the door? Because I can squeeze it through like an inch.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can squeeze the eye through an opening as small as an inch in diameter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So if I
you can
if I can
squeeze
take a more
underneath the
direct
door,
route in.
for example.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can squeeze in through that door on the ground level, and work your way over to. Now it's dark inside. You can see that there's a glow from inside the office. So you're assuming that maybe there's some people in there, somebody there, but there's definitely a flicker of lantern light. And you move the eye over to the area where the four of you had investigated and seen the repairs, noticed the repairs during your tour with Bert. What would you like to do once you arrive at that spot?
I guess I would take a look at it if there's any like space between boards that I can perhaps move through. I might try to do that. If not, I might try to work my way around, but I think that's
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can squeeze through a spot in the boards. It's not exactly at the spot where the repairs have been made, but it's like adjacent to that location. And there's not a lot of room underneath. It's wet.
Sure.
There's moss and mildew and mold growing everywhere. You do have dark vision, so you can see sort of gray tones of the boards above, some of the footings that are sort of sunken and shifted in the mud. And right underneath, let's see, roll a perception check for me with the eye. Meanwhile, back in the room with the three of you, you have what are you doing? Are you having a conversation? Who's watching? Fill me in on what's happening back in the room.
Well, I don't know. I guess we could figure out a watch if we want to get a long rest.
Yeah, well, Feyre would have done a short rest anyway, so she doesn't go to bed right away because she wants to heal up before she goes to sleep. So I guess I could take first watch. I'm not going to go to sleep till I feel good enough to sleep.
All right.
Byron's asleep, isn't he?
Yeah, it doesn't take him long. Kind of used to that. I'm a little worried because we'll do the first two watches and then we'll give the third to him.
Right. Well, he's so tuckered out. I mean, last time we had him do a watch, he just fell right asleep. Poor guy.
Yeah. He has a habit of sleeping during watch. Not a good habit either. if you ask me.
Well, maybe you should make him go last then.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get some rest then.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be here.
And you already rolled some hit dice, right? So
I did.
you've had an hour, we'll say, to heal up using your hit dice for sure.
Cool.
And you're gonna take a watch.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say if I can do anything more while I'm just sitting around healing, I will try to write some poetry for song lyrics.
Okay.
Work on a couple of things of the, adventures of the Deg Gang beating up fish people.
All right. I like it. Yeah, I mean, you're a songwriter, so you find, I imagine that you would find some sort of solace or a calming sort of centering effect of that. So yeah, you work on some lyrics. Rhunar, you drift off to sleep. Byron has crashed. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Feyre, for your watch.
Oh, okay. Four.
Yeah, over the course of the next couple of hours, you hear sort of the normal humdrum from below in the tavern music, which actually sounds pretty decent. And there's, you can hear voices and laughter and singing and, basic revelry of a tavern. But nothing disturbs you or your friends, Byron and Rhunar, in this room here. Yeah. Your watch goes uninterrupted, we'll say. We'll shift back over to Hemlock Pit real quick. And Tenoch, you have rolled a
11.
And that was, remind me, that was a perception check?
Perception roll, yeah.
Yep, okay. So as you maneuver the eye around and look, you can see that there is, relatively wet surface underneath. Just in general, it's muddy and wet. But as you sort of squeeze your way towards where you sort of triangulate is the reconstructed floor, which is now above you, you see that there's like this bubbling. There's this like mud sort of, it's a little bit, I guess, wetter, more wet, and it's kind of bubbling. Bubbles are kind of coming up and sort of bursting at the surface.
Okay. How can I get a sense for like how big this area of bubbling is?
What did you roll? An 11? It's
great.
it's not big. It's not, but
Okay.
you get the sense that it's approximately the diameter, or and it's not a perfect circle. It's sort of amoeba looking, but it's essentially the same profile as the floor repairs above. And you can see that as the bubbles pop, they spray sort of mud up on the boards above it, so that they're getting sort of dampened from that bubbling effect.
Okay.
What else would you like to do with your eye before
man.
it fades?
If I can make it over to the Fishhead Tavern, I'm gonna try for it.
This thing lasts for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a roll 3d20 for me.
3d20. 15, 17, 5.
So you've got you think that you've got maybe 23 minutes if you wanted to get specific with the eye left. So you can maneuver it back out of the building, and you don't even have to go back up through the floorboards. You can kind of skirt underneath the building.
On the bottom.
Yep, and you can make your way back to the sort of, I guess, sort of like a bird's eye view, if you will, of the Fishhead Tavern, and you're kind of looking at it. And we'll switch back over to the Black Anemone, Feyre, as your watch is kind of coming to an end. What would you like to do?
You wanted me to finish that. Okay, yeah, I go over and I wake up Deg. Deg, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
All right.
There's nothing going on here. And I'll go climb into my sleeping bag.
Rhunar, you look around and you don't see Tenoch. He's not back. Which I don't know if you were expecting him back or not, but you don't see him as you wake up. And you don't see Rephram either.
All right.
Is there anything that you want to do during your watch?
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Roll a d20 for me then.
All right. 14.
Very similar to Feyre's watch. There's no interruption. Nobody disturbs your rest. In fact, Byron is out cold, sleeping. He doesn't even turn over. He doesn't even move, but you can hear sort of a soft snore, a low snore coming from him. And we'll move back over to Tenoch. Tenoch's eye, I should say. So you're kind of up above looking at the Fishhead Tavern. What would you like to do? You've got just a couple of minutes left, maybe like 5 or 6 minutes.
Is there a chimney?
There are a couple of them. And they're billowing with sort of a whitish smoke.
I'll pop down a chimney with care.
Okay.
All those
Looking for a
squiddies
plate of
inside, death
cookies.
beware. Yeah.
As you move through it, I don't think you really get a whole lot of sensation other than sight, correct, with this thing. So it's not
Right.
like you would feel anything, but you can see that this smoke, this white billowing smoke, is very thick as you move yourself down this chimney. And there is no hearth. There's no fire burning. As you look down, you can see that there is what you could only imagine is similar to what you saw underneath the floorboards of Hemlock Pit. There is a boiling kind of mud that's giving off a steam that's rising up through the chimneys. And as you look around, you can see roll a d6 for me, actually, and we'll see where you have popped into.
Well, that plot thickens. 3.
Okay, let's see. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so you look into this room that you find yourself in, and you've only got like a minute to look around, and you see 3 individuals. You see, I guess, what could be best described as like a sunfish-looking humanoid creature. Different than the squid-like creatures that you had fought before. Okay. You may have come across. Roll a percentile for me. We'll see if you've seen one of these before.
38.
You have. This is called it's kind of a fish folk. It's a Loktha.
Oh, nice.
And there are 2 of them that appear to be in what could only be best described as a mud bath. A hot, kind of bubbling, it's a little bit more watery, but it's a dark, kind of brownish green, warm. It's giving off steam. And there is a human, a young man who is walking about on the tiles above this pool, if you will. It's this square pool that is made out of stone or marble or some sort of structure. These 2 fish folk are bathing, if you will, inside of it. And there are these sort of wooden planks that are atop this tile flooring. And you look about, and that's all that you see.
Do I get any sense of where I am in the building at all related to where we came in?
I would say roll another perception check for me. Let's adjudicate that way. Because you probably, as you came up to the building, you would have chosen a chimney to go down.
Sure. 12. One better than the last one.
Yeah, you get the sense that you're on the west side of the building. If you were looking at the building, which was to the north of you, you're on the west side or the left.
So they're running a day spa for fish folk.
And at that moment, as the human sort of gathers some towels that seem to have been thrown on the floor, throws them in a basket by the door, and walks through this sort of curtained doorway. You get a brief look inside, and there's just more steam coming from the next room, and then the eye blinks out, and the duration of your spell has been has hit its max. You find yourself kind of coming back to consciousness in your quarters of the good buddy, and we'll switch back to the end of Rhunnar's watch. Rhunar, again, nothing alarming has happened during your watch. You hear that there's still things happening downstairs, but over the course of the couple of hours that you've been alert and watching, things have quieted down quite a bit from downstairs. The music has stopped, for example.
I'll wake up Byron. Byron, wake up.
What?
It's your watch, man.
Oh,
Don't fall asleep.
just, Dave, how rejuvenated do I feel?
I would
We're
say
talking full life, or is this like did I only get a short rest? I need to like take
you have
watch
not.
for 2 hours.
Yeah, so you have not achieved a long rest yet. So at the end of your watch is when you would hit. So you still need to sort of rest to regain your full
Right.
your full recharge that we do in 5th edition.
Yep. So, oh gosh.
But does he need to sleep in order to do that?
No, you just can't be
light
doing
activity
other
for 2
things that would
hours.
disrupt your rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like talking, reading.
Yeah, just chill activities.
So I have like this internal conflict right now as the player.
Talk to us. What's up?
So I'm thinking like half of me is like, just chill, go back to sleep. It's not a big deal. Byron does this all the time. The other half of me is like, spend all your hit dice, sneak out, go to the Fish Head Tavern, burn it to the ground.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this an internal monologue that you're having?
This is out of character.
Oh,
Byron's just in the corner.
Well,
Go to the
so this is
What do I do? What do I do? Do I go back to sleep? Do I burn this place down? Do I go back
Well-
to sleep? Do I burn this place down? Do I go back to sleep? Do I burn this place to the ground?
so this is an internal Byron monologue that's happening right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, just
And-
throwing it out there. Would Byron really go back
Yes.
with the
Yep.
fog and the
Yep.
wisdom saving
Totally.
stuff? Okay. All
Yep.
right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll the dice, and I have physical dice for this moment.
Splitting the party. Just split them
Again.
right up. Yep.
Everybody scatter. Isn't that
Yeah,
what
everybody
happened
go
last
to-
time?
Evens
I'll
Scatter.
Burn
take the
that
north
place
side
to
of
the
town.
ground.
You take the south side of town.
Well, I'm gonna roll 1d6. If it's evens, I'm burning that place to the ground.
Was it like
If
a
it's
50?
odds,
Yes, that's 50.
if it's odds, then I'm just going back to sleep.
Big difference here, Rhunar.
All right, roll the die, Kirk, but I don't want you to tell us what you got yet. Go ahead and
Okay.
make the roll.
I
The big
rolled
difference
it.
is that
Okay.
I'm not antagonizing the bad guys.
Yep. All right. So, my friends, this is where we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we are going to find out what the fuck. Basically, we're going to find out, does Byron die this episode? Or does he continue on as a member of the Deg Gang? No, I'm just kidding. I can't say that for sure. The dice will ultimately adjudicate whether or not he lives. I'm not going to say one way or the other. However, I will say this. We have a giveaway, you guys, and our giveaway is we've got 2 giveaways. So let me do this. I'm going to put up our this first one, which is the War Wagon. Sorry, I'm flustered by Byron right now. The War Wagon, which is an adventure, 5th edition. It's super cool. I read through it the other day. I'm going to run it here in a couple of weeks as a 1-shot, 2-shot, 3-shot maybe. But it's really cool because you as characters decide whether or not you're going to be the robbers or the protectors of this wagon, this sweet wagon that's transporting some serious loot. You got to check this out. So if you want to enter to win this thing, !drawing to get in on that particular giveaway. So please jump in there, guys, if you haven't already. I encourage you. This is a really cool adventure that's very well written. CZRPG Publishing and Andy, who wrote it, did an awesome job on this thing. I can't wait to run it myself. And then the other piece of our giveaway is from Old Goat Beard Company. They are our new sponsor, and we are giving away a tin of their Old Goat beard balm. So thank you to Andy and his crew, his wife, who make this stuff, small batch, handcrafted. It's amazing. Ashley, what's your favorite flavor so far?
Oh man, I have not smelled them myself, as you guys are up in Duluth and I am down in the Twin Cities. But I gotta say, cherry tobacco sounds pretty.
It's
lovely.
really good. It's really good. That's the one I've been using the most. Chad, did you got a can? You won the can last week. Did you get it yet?
I did. I haven't got it yet. No.
Okay, it's on its way. It looks like you're gonna love it. Which one did you get?
The cedar.
Ooh, yummy. So good. Anyways,
leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. We'll be giving away a can of this and the adventure to 2 different people. We're going to draw that at the end of the stream. I'm still like confused about this whole Byron thing. I can't wait to get back after the break and see what happened. The dice have been rolled. Byron's fate has been sealed. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. We'll say 10 minutes, and we'll dive back into the further adventures of the Deg Gang. Possibly, well, definitely -1 right now, and possibly -2 by the end of this episode. We'll find out, guys. I just want you all to know that it's not my fault. Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Oh boy. Hey everybody, welcome back. Darth and Techie and friends who are here. I don't know if Pete is still here. I hope so. I know we're here, which is great. Thank you all for being here. We have a giveaway, !drawing. There's 2 things that we're going to give away. I'm not going to put them back up on the screen, but we're giving away beard balm from Old Goat Beard Company. Awesome group of people. They make it in their house and send it to you if you're the winner. Check out their website. And then CZRPG, Christian and their team has been so awesome. We're going to be giving away a copy of the War Wagon, which I've already talked about a lot. Really cool. I read through with a fine-tooth comb. Can you read with combs? I don't know. Again, a hair thing that I don't know what that means. But anyhow, enter to win, right? !drawing, and you'll be entered to win. Okay. Let me just take a sort of a moment here. Oh, Byron.
Yep, take your time.
What a beautiful young man. Beautiful, beautiful young man. Byron, we're going to pick up as Rhunar is drifting off to sleep. His watch ended, your watch beginning.
All right.
Feyre herself sleeping off to the side. What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull my blink dagger. I'm going to check its sharpness. It's very sharp. I'm going to check my shield. I'm going to check my pouch. I'm going to double check everything I have in my contents of my bag of holding. And then I'm going to pull my hood up. Enter stealth. I'm going to sneak out in the middle of the night.
Roll a stealth check for us, please.
Oh yeah.
I'm to roll with advantage because
That's right, because
I
you're
have
cloaked.
my hood up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only got a 29.
yeah, you open the
Are
door
spotted.
ever so gently, make your way out the door, closing it behind you. In fact, you are so stealthy that you make it down the hallway, down the stairs, through the tavern. Nobody even seems to notice you
Wait,
as you
wait, wait.
move.
I'm going to stop at the bar. I'm going to pull
Okay.
my hood back down, and I'm going to
Oh.
wave the bartender down.
Yeah, it's late. You look like
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, I'd like 7 bottles of gut punch, please.
7?
7 bottles of gut punch.
Let me
Yeah.
check and see. Let me check and
Bob.
see what I got.
I'll take out 100 gold, and I'll just plop it down on the counter.
Yeah. Okay, yep. And he kind of scoops it, and he's like, 1 second. And he's gone for 5 minutes, and you kind of look around, and you see some really drunk people sort of laying on the tables. The musicians are sort of packing up and doing shots, as they do. Andy, you would know this being a musician. Postwall comes back, right? And he sets down this kind of like a milk crate down on the bar in front of you, and it's got 7 bottles of gut punch. He
Perfect.
says, this is some dangerous shit, friend. I hope you know
Yeah,
what you're
I
getting
know.
into.
I hope they know what I'm getting into.
Hey, whoa. I gotta just say one thing. Whatever you got planned, I don't want it coming back on my place.
Talking about,
Exactly.
I don't even know you.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Make good
When I-
decisions, friend.
I'm gonna grab the gut punch. I'm going to pull it into my arms. I'm gonna walk it back up into the room with everyone, stealthily, might I add. I'm gonna take all the corks out. I'm gonna stuff rags into them.
You're gonna do that here?
Yeah, I don't want anyone to see me do it. And then I'm stuffing the rags into them. I get like the 6th rag into the bottle of gut punch, and my eyelids are growing heavier. I'm gonna fall asleep, making my 7th Molotov cocktail, which isn't the technical term for it because it's gut punch. It would be like a napalm cocktail.
Damn straight.
And Byron's gonna fall asleep, and so he's sleeping again.
All
At
right.
the bar?
No, in the room.
No, in the room,
In the room.
with 7 bottles of gut punch in front of him, with rags stuffed into them.
Okay. So you fuck you, Kirk, but you you fall asleep. I love you, buddy.
Y'all
My
thought I was gonna do
palms
it,
are
didn't you?
sweating. What did you
I would've
roll?
done it.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5. I said odds I wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't want anyone to know.
You gotta roleplay that shit. That was
That was
great.
beautiful. That was beautiful stuff.
I have-
Inspiration. Kirk, you have an inspiration point for that. That
Nice.
was beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's move back over to Tenoch. Just, is there anything else that you would do on the ship as your spell hits its duration and fades?
Yeah, I would like to invoke Mother Tiger and with a little bit of a divination casting. And I'll kind of take out my ritual objects, lay out my tiger skin spell book, and pull out some incenses and various divination products that I have. As a matter of fact, I'll take out 2 of these, the animal mummies that I purchased.
That's right.
And I will take out my drum and chant out. I'm gonna ritually cast it as well, so it'll obviously takes more time. But I'll chant out my divination amongst the incense, and I turned the lights down low, all that kind of good stuff. And I will ask oh boy, I've been going back and forth on this over the break of what the fuck I'm gonna ask. But I'm gonna ask is the Whisperer coming from beneath the froth?
You go through the ritual actions of this spell as you described beautifully, and you sort of go into this very familiar trance-like state. And you, instead of normally in these divination rituals, you have some sort of a direct engagement with Mother Tiger. Oftentimes, maybe not always, but oftentimes you see her or you feel her presence. You do not feel her presence at all. In fact, you have this sense that she there's a void. There's some sort of a void where her presence is not comforting you with a message of support or guidance, but you get this really hot feeling where almost as if your skin is being boiled. That's the sensation that you get, that there's some sort of like heat that's enveloping you, almost like a scalding. And you, for a moment, glimpse yourself inside this bubbling, hot mire muck in the froth. Yourself underneath the froth. And it's a dreadful sort of feeling to have. And as such, please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Sir. Oh, you can do it.
I just looked at the Discord.
Oh, that's not good.
Your
9.
anxiety is calling. Don't answer it. 9.
Yeah.
You expect that at this point in the vision that it would fade.
Mm-hmm.
However, you don't seem to be pulling yourself out of the vision. You're stuck. You almost feel as though the mire and the boiling hot mud about you is holding you in this sort of transcendent state that you can't break free of. And you take this deep breath and you start to swallow some of that mud into your esophagus, and you gasp it, you suck it into your lungs. Again, this is sort of in that dream state that you have, which you're very familiar with, but it seems very real, as if you are drowning. And suddenly you wake up gasping and you cough up this sort of biley mud out of your mouth onto the floor in front of you where you've been conducting this ritual. Just like it just shoots out of your mouth and lands in front of you and sort of seeps into the ground. It's mud and muck, and you catch your breath. And your ritual fades.
All right. Wow. That was interesting. I'll kind of like, and kind of like wearily kind of gaze upon my paraphernalia, and the incense burning and the bones and animal parts kind of scattered around, and the muck.
Oh, I should mention, as you do that, everything seems to be in place as you left it when you entered the trance. There's no muck. There's no muck.
Oh. Okay, well, that's awkward. And I contemplate this feeling of like, it's a little distressing, I think, this kind of disconnectedness after this specific act, as especially lately it's been pretty, like, I've been me and Mother Tiger were homies, in that way. And I think, I think Tenoch thinks back to his people and the stories, feasibly from the times of in the past, like of his ancestors, and some of the ways that they engaged in making magic, maybe in the older days. And he definitely contemplates backing Byron's play of fire and sacrifice. And he will he'll go to bed here on the ship. He'll poke his head out and probably just make eye contact with somebody who's on watch and like give him the hey, it's cool nod, and then shut the door and rack out. Yeah.
Kirk, don't set your house on fire.
Kirk's ready to go.
Jesus. Be careful. And you rack out at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody's
It's been
sleeping.
hours. I'm not
yeah.
gonna, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
try
It's
to.
been hours, and you've had you personally, I don't know how much damage you took during that battle, but it's been a long day. Yeah, you didn't take any, but it's been a long day.
Miraculously, I didn't take any damage.
Yeah. So let's fast forward a little bit to morning. Okay. And the three of you, Rhunar, Feyre, and Byron, wake up in the room, the hut fading, your magical protective hut fading a bit, as you hear the sounds of the morning outside, downstairs in the tavern, for example. Looking around, you don't see Rephram anywhere. And Tenoch, you wake up on the ship. The crew is busy. It looks as though Fritz has them cleaning, repairing, doing the kind of things that you do in port, trying to keep them as busy as possible. as he sees you come up on deck, he walks over. Mr. Tenoch, yeah, well, any word from the captain then? Yeah, what we're gonna do? We're sort of running out of things to do here.
Fitz. We're still really hoping to sell the cargo.
Yeah, be good.
Like,
We need the money.
I think that's going okay. Hopefully we can do that before we have to run.
Yeah, Korga filled me in, so we'll be ready. That's the best I can say.
Things might get a little. Yeah, you know the drill.
I do, and just so you know, there's not only a lot of mercantile ships coming through. The Denzek squadron pretty active lately, so just keeping that in mind. But yeah, we'll be ready. That's go a team.
Yeah,
be careful.
I'll do my best. Anyway, I gotta get back.
Aye, aye. So you're gonna row back into town.
Yep.
All right. The three of you, Rhunar, Feyre, and Byron, are waking up in the room, and you have the morning ahead of you, as I mentioned. What would you like to do as you're waking up?
What is that smell?
Seven bottles of gut.
I'm gonna start like I'm gonna scoop them into my bag of holding. Nothing. It's nothing. I mean, I'm gonna be like, it's nothing. I'm sorry.
The DM has a question. When you say scooping these into your bag of holding, describe for me how you do that.
So I'm gonna be having slept. I'm gonna be sleeping. One of them is gonna be in my hand. The reg's only half pushed in. The other 6 are laid out in orderly fashion, prepared to be lit and thrown.
Roll a dex save for me real quick while you're talking.
And
you've only spilled a little bit of gut punch on your chest as you were sleeping. Not much, just a little bit.
Yep. So I'm gonna and as I wake up, I'm gonna be like, oh gosh, and I'm gonna put the first one. I'm just gonna tuck it into my cloak.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like grab the next couple, and I'm gonna start just setting them into my bag of holding, looking over at everyone else, like, don't worry about it.
Byron, don't burn the town down.
I didn't burn anything.
Byron, I need you to promise me that if you're going to burn something down, you have to take one of us with you. I'll, hold up my pinky swear.
What were you up to last night?
I
would like to persuade him.
I just went to sleep. I swear. I went to sleep. I had some ideas.
Pinky swear.
So listen. I was weak yesterday. I had some ideas. And I really wanted to follow through with them. But there was a little voice in the back of my head that sounded kind of like somebody I don't remember. And I don't know exactly what they said. And I don't know what happened, but let's just say I fell asleep before I could burn down our enemies and watch them turn to ash.
Well, I don't have any problem with that. I just want you to take a friend with you.
Okay, but I will always have a friend with me. And at this point, I will hold out my hand, and materializing as if out of the ether will be a small furry monkey.
What the hell is that?
He will run up my arm and run up to my other shoulder, and he will give me a little, he will start to scratch my beard a little bit, and then he'll pull a bug out of the back of my hair. And Chuck, I will hand him one of my Molotovs, and he will light it. And then I'll be like, "Oh gosh, Chuck, no, not yet." And I'll put it out real quick with my cantrip control flame.
I'm not
I know it's
100%
real
Chuck
when
can
Chuck
do that,
shows
but that's cool. He's got his lighter.
Not yet. Hold on, Chuck. Sorry. He gets excited when I burn stuff down.
He's knocking two stones together.
Is that a fey monkey?
This is my friend Chuck.
That's Chuck.
Yeah, but he just summoned him out of air.
I didn't summon him from air. He was always with me in my heart.
Yeah, but normal creatures, like actual, like living creatures, don't just fit into your heart.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Chuck isn't a living creature who's worthy of love and respect?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's a magical creature, like
yeah.
a fey monkey.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hold out my hand to like shake his little hand. All right, Chuck, promise me that if he's gonna burn something down, you'll wake us up so we can all go with.
Don't do it.
And I'll reach into my bag and I'll give him like a leftover like croissant or something.
He just devours
Deal.
it.
Are you trying to bribe Chuck?
Chuck puts his hand out for more.
I'll see if I have something else in my bag. I don't know. Maybe I have like another like piece of jerky or something, and I'll give that to him. That's all I got. I'll buy you something nice downstairs, though.
So you guys make your way downstairs at this point?
We should go downstairs.
And you know what? As things happen, that's exactly when Tenoch is walking in. You all meet in the tavern.
Tenoch.
Where you been?
Glad you're here. We need to talk about what to do.
We do.
Coffee? Breakfast?
Tea. Can I get some tea? Some
Yeah,
strong tea.
periwinkle.
No. Make it stronger.
Oolong.
Stronger.
There's nothing stronger than oolong.
Really? I know nothing about tea.
A double oolong. Coming right up.
Steep it for an hour.
You mean Dulong?
It's exactly. The little guy knows.
And bring some fruit for the monkey.
Oh, okay. Don't usually let monkeys in here, but all right. He goes off. Eventually, coffee, food comes out. Breakfast is served.
I did a little scouting.
Oh yeah. Not in person, I hope.
No. I used my tiger's eye. There's something below the froth. Bubbling up.
Below it?
Like something big?
Well, I don't. Maybe. I took a look beneath the hemlock pit, and there's a patch of looser mud of mud bubbling up with bubbles. And then I went over to the tavern, and at least the one I went into, the chimneys don't seem to be chimneys for cook fires and the like. It's just mud bubbling up, creating steam.
They definitely didn't want us around there.
No, and there were some fish dudes like in a mud bath, and some kid getting towels for him. I mean, yeah, that was weird.
That was.
that was weird. Probably totally legit and above board, but
Was it
weird.
Were they Sahuagin?
Have I seen Sahuagin?
Oh,
Probably not. These
That
were
was
like
eerie.
more, yeah. These were, I don't know, Sahuagin. They had like heads like fishes, kind of like like a big crappie. Got them bluegills up where you're from.
Like a reverse mermaid.
Like exactly like a reverse mermaid.
Reverse mermaid. Got it. Okay.
They were just having a mud bath, but I did
Watch them do this.
yeah. Yeah, through the tiger's eye.
You're kind of like you were peeping on that.
All right, to each their own, I guess.
I mean, I didn't intentionally go looking for a bunch of fish dudes in a bath, but
Okay.
life gives you lemons, right?
You
I don't know if you
watch
guys-
them take a bath.
If you guys can
Exactly.
see if you guys can see
Yeah.
the screen, that's kind of what they look like. Lokatha.
Well,
Such
They
a
were
cool
just-
little
they were
dude.
It's
just
got a little
bathing, they
dog.
went-
It's got a little dog, mud dog.
It's kind of like a seal
Yeah, I think that's a seal.
Really?
or a sea lion or
Yeah,
something.
they're friendly looking. I like them.
Vicious.
So this is definitely
Vicious little
different. This
Say
is
hello.
this is different than what you guys saw, what you fought.
Right.
This is very
Yeah.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are kind of small and they look like fish. The other creatures kind of look like squid.
Let's check it out.
I did a divination.
Yeah.
And you can see like he probably like he's like chewing on something, right? And I don't know what I connected to. I didn't connect to Mother Tiger. And he lets that kind of sit.
Wait, so
There's-
you reached out to your deity and you got somebody else, like someone else picked up your call?
Yeah, if I understand the comings and goings of cellular communication. Yeah. I don't necessarily always like connect to Mother Tiger, but it's even when I don't, there's a similarity, there's a same household, and this is definitely on a different street.
Well, I mean, you can cast sending, right? So like if you did a sending and someone else picked up,
right.
it's weird. It's not supposed to happen.
Awkward.
Exactly. But there's definitely. I inquired about this whispered one and what's below the froth. And there's something down there.
Something
It's
real.
been
powerful?
But's bubbling up.
Like some kind of creature?
I have no idea.
Or a deity?
Yeah. I wonder if we should go to the guard now. Or at least go talk to Minz.
I have an idea too.
Sell
We
our
can
cargo
burn it
before
down
this-
tonight.
We're-
That wasn't my idea.
Byron.
But,
Byron.
oh, sorry. Getting ahead of myself.
We can't burn anything down until we sell our cargo.
Whoa. I'm offended that you would think
Mhm.
that I would start an incident without captain approval.
You drink gut punch last night?
No, I didn't have any.
You woke up with a bunch of it, though.
I did indeed. I'm just planning.
Got a big stain right
I
there.
can smell it on you.
You could smell it.
Totally.
So
It
here's
probably
the,
has
okay.
a distinctive odor, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
guys, I didn't drink any of it. I swear. Would I be talking to you coherently if I had gut punch, or would I still be sleeping, and there'd be puke in my bed?
Probably would
Chuck
have burnt
would
down
be-
our room.
Yeah, we'd be dead. Ask the bartender. I didn't drink any. Regardless, I have an idea.
I'm almost afraid to ask. What's your idea, Byron?
Okay, so we go to the warehouse that we
Yeah.
already investigated, that Tenoch used his mystical eye thingy to go check out. And we go check it out personally. Mano y mano.
I mean,
You gonna swim in the mud?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go swim in the mud.
I think we.
We could breathe
It was
water.
really hot. You know, it was like boiling your flesh off.
It was that hot.
It felt like it.
You didn't mention that part.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I like having all my flesh. Okay, maybe. What do you guys think we should do?
I think we should try to expedite selling our cargo.
I think. Okay, one of two things. Pretty soon, other people are going to find out what's going down in the froth, and shit's going to hit the fan. Or, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But either way, this town is going to shit, and we should sell our cargo.
I got a question.
That's the truth.
Dave, did I notice anything different about the town when I rode in this morning?
You roll a perception check for me.
Because I am noticing something that's different. And so
Yeah,
I
you the
wanna know.
player might. But yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
All right. Fuck. 6.
What do you got? I mean,
No.
nothing out of the
Yeah.
ordinary. There's
All right.
a lot of activity in the port as you rode in. Rode as in rowing a boat into town from the ship. You didn't really notice much. The sun was just kind of coming up.
Fair enough. Yeah, we should find out what we can about this Dory.
I think we should go to Minz.
Well, I think that'll be 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep. I think we should figure out who's committing all these murders in Free Solana.
I mean, that too.
Well,
That's my only priority. I don't care if we talk to anybody. I don't care what we do in the rest of the town. We need to free Solana. And Byron's gonna be like deadpan, like dead eyes, dead stare. Never this serious, Byron.
let's we'll talk to Minz, but let's not lead with what happened in the froth. All right, let's find out first the cargo, then questions about Dory, and then if it, we'll test the waters to see if he's connected to him somehow.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we don't
If-
know who we can trust around here.
Is there anything you wanted me to ask specifically about Dory?
Just that we heard about him, and we were wondering if, you know,
If he's a big shot?
yeah, just information,
right.
anything we can find out. We don't know
Okay.
anything about him. We've never even seen him, right?
No?
Right, what kind of cargo does he move? You know,
Well, they said alchemical supplies.
Just maybe we'd be interested in doing business with him. Finding
because we
something
haven't,
for
right?
him.
Because we got that from somebody from Bert, right?
Burl
Burl,
from the warehouse.
Burke,
He said
Your
it-
tour
it
guide was Bert.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bert.
Bert, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
As you guys are having this conversation, right? One of the servers comes over and says, I have a message for you. And he hands you, Rhunar, a letter that's in an envelope.
Right. I'll open it up.
You open it up, you pull open the parchment, and you look at it, and it's this handwritten letter that says, Mr. Deg, I'm happy to inform you that a buyer has been secured for your cargo, and will pay 3,725 gold pieces, minus my commission that would net you approximately 3,353 gold pieces. I recommend that you consider accepting the offer, but the decision is yours. And then it's signed MF. Or excuse me, FM.
Motherfucker.
He's an MFer. FM.
Okay. Jeez, I gotta check my notes.
What's it say?
It's from Min's. He's found
Oh.
a seller or a buyer for our cargo.
Is it a good deal?
I'm trying to find that out right now. I can't
Checking
remember
his
how much our cargo
abacus.
is worth again.
2,500 gold is what you paid for
2,500.
it. Yep.
And he's offering 30 what? 3,000 what?
33 something after
33.53 after his commission.
That's decent. 800 gold.
Well, seeing
But-
as we kind of want to get out of here right away, it's not terrible.
Whoa. Let's hold our horses here. Right away, we got some things we gotta settle.
Well, I mean, the chances that we're going to burn down this town are pretty high.
Well, no, not the whole town, but we're definitely gonna have some fish for dinner.
No.
No, we're not doing that.
Squid, calamari.
You know, I've heard tell that if people eat demons, they just, like, something bad happens.
I've heard tell of if demons are burned to death and then eat. It's delicious.
There's a story among my people about the ravenous. If you kill them and eat them, you get their power.
Yes! Yes! Tenoch! 10 points to Gryffindor. Wait, that's tomorrow. Shit.
Yeah, 25. Okay.
Seems like a good amount of money.
That's not bad. So the question is, does it cover the cost of our transport here, paying all of our crew and us ourselves? Or does it just end up being even?
No, it I guess, it pays for us. What do we
'Cause we didn't just sail here instantly. It took us what?
the crew makes 23 gold a day. So,
We're making approximately $800, 800 gold.
which isn't, enough to pay them for quite a while.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm into it. Yep, let's do it.
Um,
Skip all the finances. Let's go straight to killing the evil.
all right. Does the letter say that we need to go talk to him?
It just lays out what he's been able to secure so far.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I read to you, and I can read it again if you like, but that's all that's on the letter. Doesn't give you
could
any
be.
additional.
A good excuse to go talk to him. And then we can
Mhm.
ask him the other questions.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we should go talk to him.
All right.
Have any of you guys seen Rephram?
Oh,
I haven't seen him.
mm-mm.
I don't know if I should be worried about that or not. I mean, we told him to stick around. But he was starting to venture out.
He did say he wanted to step out.
Hmm.
He wouldn't have gone home, right? He wouldn't have gone back to his house.
No. Somebody could have nabbed him, though.
That's true. Hey, say, Byron, is your eye thing better?
Hey, it's getting there. Yeah.
I could,
Yeah, what's going on with our eyes, Dave?
I could send an inquiry to him.
Oh yeah. We're not blind anymore. Do we have the clouds in our eyes?
Can
yeah,
I do
go
a
ahead.
medicine check on them to like see
Yeah,
if they got
absolutely.
better after a long rest?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go out
Tenoch,
of
you're gonna send a message to Rephram.
Yeah,
Natural
I think
one.
I would.
It's real hard to tell.
No, it's not actually. It's not hard to tell at all. There's still cloudiness in Byron's eyes. Rhunar, you can't quite tell. It wasn't as distinct as Byron's was even last night. Byron still has cloudiness in his eyes.
Ugh. Byron, we need to get that cleared up. Like,
Clear what up?
I don't know if you need a shot or
What happened? What's wrong?
some penicillin or what, but
What?
What's penicillin?
We don't have that here.
it's
That's
sorry.
that's
it's
a new
city
Avardan
Is
thing.
that
thing.
like a
It's a city
mushroom?
I think it's
You
a
know.
brand of healing potion.
Yeah.
Wait. So what's wrong with me? I feel fine.
It's one of those
You're-
Thornberg things.
Your
Do you
eyes
feel
are still
fine, Byron?
all messed up.
Roll a wisdom save for me. And while he's doing that, Tenoch, what are you? Tell me what you're doing. You're gonna send a message.
Yeah, I will cast sending. Byron, dude,
You get a 1 and you get a 1.
What did you roll, Byron?
Oh, what's with these ones?
you rolled a one. for
Is that a
total of
natural one on
2.
his wisdom save?
I rolled a
Oh,
natural
God.
one.
As Feyre points out the cloudiness in your eyes, you start to feel a panic attack. You get flush, and you get nervous and wondering like what's going on with yourself. You don't lose consciousness or anything, even on a natural one, but you do sort of start to sweat, and you have a physical reaction to the stress that there's something not right about. You almost get the sense like you can't trust yourself.
Were we cursed?
I normally feel like I would reach out to somebody, but like I just feel empty. I like don't know where to go. I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know what's wrong. Byron's gonna like sit down, cross his legs, put his hands over his eyes, and just freeze.
Okay, well that's happening. Tenoch, we'll go to you real quick. Transition.
I will take out a leaf and fold it up into the shape of a bird, and I will speak. Rephram. It's Tenoch. Are you safe? Where are you? Is it the squid dudes? Are you in the froth? Is it hot? You can reply to this message.
describe for a moment, how does the spell, what does it look like as you send this message and you've folded this paper bird?
Yeah. So for me, I take out a leaf and I fold it into like an origami bird, and then I kind of speak into it and then send it off. And it probably doesn't actually like physically fly away. Like it kind of flies a bit and then kind of disappears since ultimately that's not necessarily as far as the mechanics of the spell go.
It's great flavor though, and I love the imagery.
you,
Yeah. In this case, or go ahead. Sorry, did you have more to add to that?
No.
I will say in this case, you speak the words and you sort of set the origami bird free from your hands, and it starts to lift off, and then as it moves away from you, it just drops to the ground. As if there was no recipient.
What does that mean?
Is it supposed to do that?
I'm guessing that he's dead.
What?
What? How can he be dead?
A knife, perhaps a club, tentacle.
Let me count the ways.
Look up from my eyes. Fire.
Right. All the more reason to get our cargo settled.
Hunting squids.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Roll an Arcana check for me, Tenoch.
Okay.
And folks who are watching, don't forget that we do have a giveaway. If you want to get in on the action, we're giving away some Old
Ashley,
Goat Beard Company.
Why did you start this horrible?
While these guys are rolling natural ones, I'm going to tell you about our giveaway. We're giving away some Old Goat Beard Company beard balm, and we're giving away a copy of the War Wagon, which is a 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Get in on the action! ! Drawing to enter to win. And Tenoch, why did you have to roll a natural one?
Yeah, I know, right? So it's a 9 total. It's a 9 total.
I'm going to lean over to Tenoch and pat him on the back and say, are you sure that's how it worked? And I'm going to give him bardic inspiration.
If you want to roll the bardic, you can roll it after the fact. I will allow that.
All right.
If you want to use it right away.
A D8.
D8. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take that. That's a 17 total.
That's better.
That's a lot better. So this is interesting. You don't have exactly. You don't have specific experience with this scenario, but you have tried to speak with the dead before. This feels different. This feels like you tried to speak with someone that doesn't exist.
Sure. Now, I will say, and Chad, don't necessarily know that this is probably, or not, it's gotta be, but I do have a spell in my spell book. I don't have it prepared, but I do have a spell in my spell book called Magic Aura, which is all about obfuscating primarily objects and their what they detect as, magical objects, what they detect as. But I can also do it with people. So I in some ways I do know that there is the ability of spellcasters to obfuscate a person from scrying and stuff, and those sorts of things. So I guess that's possible. So I guess with that, and then with your information, Dave, I will say, well, maybe I jumped the crossbow. I can't jump the gun. Guns don't exist. I jumped the crossbow. And
well said.
it's possible he's being hidden. It's not something that's necessarily in my direct knowledge, but I can obfuscate some things. It's possible that whatever we're dealing with can do that if he's not dead. This is a little different.
Well,
Either way, it's troubling.
yeah, I mean, we saved him from getting grabbed by those squid things.
As
And now
you're
he's
having
missing.
this, I'm going to interrupt, and the only reason I'm interrupting is because narratively it's important. As you're talking about this, Feyre and Byron first, you have no idea who the fuck they're talking about. And as you are
Wait, who we
having
talking
this,
about anyway?
as you're commenting, Rhunar, you don't know, you lose track of the comment you're making, and Tenoch, you forget about what you just did to try to communicate. But you guys don't know who they're, so Byron and Feyre, you two would be like, who are you talking about? Essentially, because you don't know what they're talking about at this point.
Yeah, just to double check. Who did I forget?
Wait, who's Rephram?
Who?
Didn't you all say Rephram? You were trying to talk to someone named Rephram? Who is that?
No, I don't. No, we were talking to somebody.
Wait.
Are we forgetting
wait.
something?
This
You're-
is a
you're-
hell of a day.
This is a trick. You're tricking me. This is just a joke. Guys, come on.
Ah, shoot. Byron, I was thinking about this. You keep a journal, right?
Yep.
And I keep forgetting things.
Yep.
Can you look in your journal and go back to when we got here and just skim through and see if, like, we've forgotten something?
All right. Yeah, totally. I will open up my own journal. Narratively, does my journal have mention of Rephram?
Tell us a little bit about your journaling habits, Byron.
so
Like, how often do you journal? What do you journal about? And
What style do you use?
Yeah, I mean,
typically,
essentially, like, would that be something? Yeah, give us a little flavor, but then think about from your character's perspective. Would that be something that you would be journaling about?
so narratively and in character, Byron, being a seeker of the arcane, is tasked with journaling about his exploits as part of the Lodge of Seekers. So anything narratively relevant to his quest, which is to seek out Aubrek Dralian's quest, which is linked to Solana, which is linked to the Amadio jungle, which is linked to long-term this Tomoa-chan business. If Rephram was a notable character, which personally, like, out of character, I think he was, because he's kind of our contact. Having known Solana, I would have written about him in that he knows Solana. He spoke of Solana's character, and Solana being a direct contact of Aubrek Dralian, a fellow seeker of the arcane. I would assume that his connection with Solana would be relevant, and that any information he had would be pertinent towards Solana's freedom. So I would probably have journaled about him. And my journal would have been like, he wears dingy clothes. He's kind of a bookworm. He says Aubrek Dralian's, a pretty trustworthy dude. Things like that.
What
he
about any
says
mention
Solana.
of Theo?
Solana. He says Solana's a trustworthy dude. He
Yeah.
probably wouldn't know Dralian necessarily.
Did
Maybe
I say
a little
Drowning?
bit.
I meant
Yeah.
Solana.
Solana.
Yep,
I would
definitely
say,
meant Solana.
yeah, absolutely. Like what you just described was perfect. You definitely have that information. So you do have a reference to him. You find it in your journal.
Okay. And I'll relay that to Phaedra. I'll be
But the
like,
curious thing is you don't remember this person.
We meet him?
well, I'll double check. You know, like, well, I mean, I have direct quotes from him about Solana.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm usually pretty good about remembering my own journal. I wrote it, and I hope to someday be published.
Is that the only
Uh,
person we've forgotten? Like, we're forgetting people.
Yeah.
Did we do anything else while we were here?
That's
Is this
strange.
island cursed?
So we all can't remember who he is.
Any
Wait,
reference? You were literally in the middle of talking about him, Rhunar, with Tenoch,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the thought like disappeared. Like all recollection of even what you were saying, like just somehow was wiped away.
Something. Yeah, I can't remember what I was just talking about.
Wait,
Was it?
Some powerful stuff is happening.
All right. I think we should get moving.
what?
I want to get this
What?
cargo sold. Shit's going
Yeah.
down.
Oh yeah, cargo. There's
Money makes the world go around, baby.
I have
Yeah.
this like vague recollection of us just talking about somebody we all forgot, but yeah, let's just totally ignore that fact that we are forgetting this other dude, and let's
I know
move
we're
on.
forgetting, and it's
Um,
making me want to move.
we need to free Solana, Rhunar.
How are we going to do that?
We're going to. I'll bust in tonight.
You've seen him. You've seen what he's like.
I don't care. I'll free him anyways. Take him with us.
He might not be a
Get the-
willing.
You sell the cargo, I'll get him, and we'll leave. And we'll get out of here.
We're gonna need a lot of diamond dust.
I don't.
I know a guy who sells diamond dust.
Yeah, but you saw that. You saw that fort. That'd be a
Easy.
little crazy.
Easy. Except for the lock outside
and
his
out.
door, and there's like 3 other locks that are really, really hard.
In and out.
We'll,
Andy
we'll-
failed. We failed to get the lock the last time.
Well, so here's the deal. Like, I only fail a couple times. Ever.
We're going to see Mins. We got to sell this.
Okay,
cargo.
yeah, okay. Well, let's sell our cargo and let's ask him about Dory, John, whatever his name is.
I don't know. I'm worried we're going to start forgetting who we
Exactly.
are at this
Ephraim.
point.
I'm worried about the boat. I got to think about the crew. We got to keep
Well.
things moving.
But here's the deal. Like, I have a mission, and my mission is to free Solana. So if you choose to move on from this,
Well, I'm not saying that.
you'll move
I
on
mean-
without me.
That's been our goal. But what if we can't free Solana?
We will free Solana. Or I will die trying.
What do we
You have to
need
do it
Solana
smart.
for?
The only way to free Solana is to figure out who framed Solana. And the easiest way to figure out who framed Solana is to track down
Is to
The
dig up
murderer.
the froth.
Well, that's what
Which
we
is-
did, and then we ran into a bunch of monsters based out
Yeah.
of a tavern.
Yeah.
So-
and so
In the-
what do we
in
do?
the
We
middle
just
of this
leave?
town.
We just leave? I have
No,
a
I'm not
vague
saying we
recollection
leave.
of Saltmarsh.
I'm not saying we leave. I'm just saying I feel like this place is going to be a war zone
Yeah.
in a
We're
matter
gonna
of
be the
days,
victors.
and I don't want my boat to be in the middle of it.
Our boat won't. Our boat's not gonna this is a land conflict. Our boat's gonna be out in the harbor.
The land war.
You are aware that there are a bunch of warships here.
Well, we're not fighting them. They're on our side. They don't want
Are they?
some they don't want
They
some
work for the town.
Yeah. I know they don't want some murderer going around killing all their citizens.
We don't know that.
We don't
That's
know
the
if they
problem.
even know about what's going on
You're right.
there.
Yeah, you're right. Well, if they want this thing killing all their citizens, then
Or
we need
maybe the
to talk to
authorities
Mins.
complicit in this.
We need to find out what we can about Dory,
Yeah.
how deep it goes, other than the literal deep, which is underground.
I would
Figurative
love to get like permission to get through all those pirate ships.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Figure out how they know who's the friendly ships and who's
Yeah,
the...
I mean, we got to consider that too, Byron, before we set the town on fire.
I'm
They have an
not saying
army.
burn the town. Like you're, I feel like I'm being misinterpreted.
This is one of my proudest moments as a DM right now. I was listening to this conversation. It's beautiful.
I'm being misinterpreted though.
All right.
I'm fine with burning down the town.
I don't want to burn the town down.
I want to have a clear exit out of town before we do that.
I wanna burn
That
the-
is smart. You know,
Yeah.
gotta plan ahead before we burn down the town.
I'm not saying let's burn the town down.
All right. Walking and talking. We got to go.
We don't need to burn the town down, guys.
Don't we though?
We don't need to burn
This
the
is
town.
a conversation
Not the
we
whole
can have.
town.
my
Not the
God.
whole
I'll-
town.
I'm paying for breakfast. Let's get out of here.
There's a
Viva
couple
la
people.
revolution.
There's definitely, I can think of one place that I would light on fire and burn to the ground. One place. And I'll tell you what, we almost died there. And guess what? Most of the people there sucked. They were awful. They were not
Yeah,
nice.
I agree.
I
What are you
don't think
talking about?
we had a
Let's go.
drink there.
No.
As
did
Byron
not.
is beginning his Chad rant, you look over and you see the server just kind of standing there, wide-eyed.
Don't worry about it.
Another round.
Anything
What do we owe you?
else?
What do we owe you?
Breakfast, coffee.
It's just we weren't really talking about burning the town. It's a saying from
They
back from
were.
where we're
They
from.
were.
And I'm gonna persuade her that it's slang.
Roll a persuasion check.
Like cutting a rug.
Yeah, because not cutting a rug, or like
The roof is on fire. You know.
yeah, like
8
going out
silver
in the town
pieces.
and having a good time.
I'll pay him, and I'll tip really well. I'll tip.
How well?
A gold.
Wow.
For
All right.
team.
God damn it.
Roll a d20 for me, Farah.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you for the generous tip.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of walks away.
Yeah. Just think
Right.
about that.
Oh,
I need to keep a fucking lid on it.
So you guys get up and you leave the Black Anemone and you start walking up towards Fulch Min's office. Is that where you're headed next?
yeah.
Okay. Hey, Vamp. You guys get there, right? You walk in. Fulch is there. We'll kind of skip forward a little bit because we're running out of time for tonight. But Fulch is there. Come on in. Come on in. Ah, my dear. Good to see you.
Oh boy.
Oh, hi, Fulci.
Please, please sit. He pulls out a chair for you.
Did you call him Falchi?
What? Honey, I just want to say thank you so much for that beautiful dress.
Ah, yes.
It is so lovely, and it
So-
really does suit me.
Oh, I bet it does. I would love to see it on you. And, well, the governor's gala is coming up tomorrow night, in fact. And I don't know. Did you get my message?
Oh, I got the one, the invite.
Oh,
The second
Cargo.
one?
I did. I'm sorry that it did not make its way to you, but yes, I would like to invite you and your friends to the governor's gala tomorrow night. If Deg, if we could celebrate, I'm hoping with the sale of your goods. Of course, that would be wonderful. It would be a great occasion to introduce you to some of the other folks who are movers and shakers in town, if you will, and perhaps those introductions could prove fruitful for the next leg of your journey. Yes,
Yeah,
you got my message.
absolutely. Yes, we did.
And do we have a deal?
I think we do have a deal.
Very good. And he reaches out his hand to shake yours.
I'll shake his hand.
I will draft up the documentation with the purchasing party, and it'll be a done deal. We'll take care of the rest. I'll have your money before the gala tomorrow night.
All right, that sounds great.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that I can help you with? I do have much to do today. It's a busy day in port, which is good.
Hey, we were just kind of hanging out around town, and we heard that there is someone who is selling alchemical supplies.
Yes.
Have you heard of anyone who's selling alchemical supplies?
There are a number of producers in town. Is there? I mean, if you're interested, Captain, in purchasing some supplies, perhaps to take back to Monmerg with you, if that's where you're headed next, I could certainly look into this.
I mean, Captain, are you? I'm interested in just
Yeah,
a little
I mean-
bit. I do like some target practice sometimes, and I think it's real fun if it just is a little bit of a, spark or something. So I was looking for somebody who might sell that kind of stuff. And somebody mentioned someone named Dory. Is he a reputable person?
Mr.
I didn't want to just go
Dory.
and fire to anybody.
There are a number of wholesalers of alchemical supplies here in Brisbane. Dory being one of them. Yes, of course. If you needed, I could look
Yeah,
into
but-
his supply. If that's.
But would you trust him?
I mean, I have brokered deals between Dory and others in the past that have been met with satisfaction. So I don't have any reason to doubt the quality of the goods that he is supplying. I probably shouldn't say more than that, but I could certainly look into it for you if that's what you would like.
Well, I mean, it couldn't hurt, right?
Well, absolutely. Of course. Approximately, I mean, Deg, would you be interested in purchasing, rolling over the money into alchemical supplies, or what are we talking? Approximately, how much are you willing to spend? I could broker the deal, set up a meeting. I mean, I don't know if I can take care of all of this before the gala, but I certainly could try. I mean, I do have a busy day ahead of me, and he looks at his schedule. I could reach out to Dory if you would like, just to see what he has supplies.
Maybe reach out, gauge the water, but
Yeah, we're
I
not
don't know
even
if I'm
sure
gonna-
how expensive it is. We might only need a small amount if it's very pricey.
I will reach out to Dory then on your behalf. Of course.
All right.
I mean, player to player, personally, I wouldn't mind some explosives.
It's true.
Deg, is there something else on your mind?
This is Dory. Is he like a big kind of player in town? Is he
Aspiring to be, I would say. He works out of the froth directly with some of the suppliers. He is can be volatile, bit of a recluse. I mean, he has never gone back on a deal or made things difficult by way of commerce. So I have no reason to say anything ill of the man, but I do not know his character, if you know what I mean.
right? Okay.
Fulci, I was wondering, so, when we came into harbor, some of those gunships kind of gave us a rough talking to, and I was wondering if there is something that we needed to get to, be able to let them know that we're, just regular people and
Oh.
that they shouldn't fire on us.
Oh my. Oh my. And he kind of like kneels down in front of you as you're sitting in the chair, and he takes your hands in his. He says, You have nothing to worry about, my dear. You are merchants traveling from Monmerg without political affiliation. He looks at you, Deg. You have nothing to worry about. You have not done anything of ill will in this beautiful town of Nerisban. You should be fine. It's nothing to worry about. Don't fixate on that. Think of the gala and how much fun we will have. You receive the dress. I can't wait to see it on you. It will be a wonderful, wonderful event. An occasion to introduce you all to others in the community, and perhaps Deg some business dealings that may be amenable to you or the people that you work with back in the hold. Perhaps if there are political affiliations, keeping that to a minimum would be my advice to you for the sake of, well, diplomacy.
Yeah, we're not, we don't like to get too bogged down in, politics.
All we're trying to do here is make a buck, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Of course.
No harm in that.
No harm at all. That's the spirit. Oh, my dear. And he stands back up. Well, then it's settled. I will reach out to Mr. Dory on your behalf and inquire as to his current supply. I know he is a prolific merchant and mover of goods, but it never hurts to ask. Might be something profitable in store for you, but there may be other connections as well, so I would keep an open mind for the gala.
When can I expect a payment for the cargo?
Well, now that you have approved the deal, I will secure payment and I will have it to you in the morning.
All right. Should we come by and get it, or?
That would be good. Yes.
All right. Okay. I think I'm good. I don't know. We'll leave.
Well, it has been such a pleasure. Thank
Oh.
you so much for letting us take up a little bit of your time.
Trust me, the pleasure is mine. And I look forward to, getting down a little bit and partying with all of you at the gala. Perhaps,
Absolutely.
perhaps, find some nice things to wear, fellows. You will be in the presence of this beauty.
I got some nicer things I could put on. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would say it's a...
nice.
Well... Okay. It's a bit of an upscale event, if you know what I mean, Deg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We understand. We can.
Okay.
We can. We got some nice gear back on the boat.
Very good. Is he okay? He points at Byron. Are you okay? You don't look well.
I feel a little,
Yeah. I mean.
out
Okay.
of sorts.
The gut punch? Don't tell me you fell for that old trick.
Oh boy. Yeah. It's been
I
an
mean-
eventful past couple days. Let's
Now that you say it, I can sort of smell it on you.
Yeah, we'll blame it then. That seems like a good idea.
Very good.
And
Well,
I'll like lean over and I'll like clean up that alcohol stain on his shirts with prestidigitation.
oh my,
Yeah,
that
let's-
isn't.
Let's just blame the alcohol, guys.
Oof.
It's
Well-
fine. I'm not suffering from a brain worm.
Oh,
No,
a brain worm, you say? Now that is interesting.
he's.
I don't think this.
We should go.
Let's not get into that. Let's. No. We'll see you tomorrow. It was great doing business with you.
Absolutely. I'll see you in the morning then.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
great.
Very good. And as you all kind of turn to walk out, he kind of reaches over and he grabs your elbow, Deg, as you're walking out, just to kind of get your attention. And everybody else is kind of walking down the hall, and you turn to him and he says, "Your friend, the one with the crazy eyes,
Mhm.
he's not going to be a problem tomorrow
Oh.
at the gala.
Oh,
That would be
no.
my concern for you, Deg.
Yeah, don't worry about Byron. He, he's been a crew member of mine for a long time. We know how to kind of rein in his eccentricities, I guess you could say.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'll leave it
That's
at
all right.
this. Perhaps leave him behind to keep an eye on the ship.
Mm.
Very well. Have a good day then.
Bye
You
now.
too.
Come on, Byron.
All right.
The four of you walk out of Fulch Minz's office building back into the beautiful, warm day in Narisbin. The sun is shining, blue skies. As you look to the northwest, you see this weird temperature inversion cloud that just sits low, dark over the area that you've known to be called the Froth, the Low Town. However, you do notice now at this point that it seems to be a little bit less dense darkness over the Froth. Curious. And perhaps we'll find out why that is next week when we come back and dive back into Beyond Saltmarsh. We're going to end there with the insanity creeping in on our characters and our DM, quite frankly. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching and commenting and having a good time with us. We really appreciate it. It's super fun to have such a cool group in the chat. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already, please enter to win the giveaways. We've got 2 giveaways tonight. We've got the Old Goat Beard Company Balm. We're giving away a tin of this, and we're giving away a copy of War Wagon, which is a collaboration between Andy Old Goat Headley and CZRPG, which is really cool because those are our 2 sponsors. So that's kind of fun. I'm gonna just kind of give it a couple of seconds here to allow folks to jump in and enter to win. ! Drawing will get you entered. Kirk is dropping some instructions into the chat. Please check that out, guys. Let's do this. Chad? Why don't you tell us what's happening tomorrow night, if you don't mind?
Tomorrow night, we are playing Kids on Brooms. We are engaging in the magical education of 4 young students at the Bruxton Academy of Arcane Arts, located somewhere in New York City. The first episode, there was some weird happenings on the subway train on the way in, and they're like, "Oh, that was weird. We got sucked off the subway train. That guy had a little magic energy ghost above him. That's weird." And then they baked a cake or something. It was,
So
I don't
we'll figure
remember
out.
what it was anymore.
Well, there was chili powder, or there was chilies in it for sure. I remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
piece.
yeah.
There was
So-
bee stings.
I
That's
thought it
right.
was.
Oh, yeah, that's
pie.
right.
Cake.
Oh
Bee-
yeah, yeah,
bee
yeah. It
butts.
was like an
Right.
pork
We have-
pie thing.
Yeah.
We make people eat bee sting cakes. We've got
Yeah,
trash
bee sting
pandas. We've got magical
Yeah.
shadow people. It's
And we've got the Big Wizard 69 TikTok, baby. Did you guys see? I actually posted some TikTok videos
No, you did. No,
in
you
character. In character.
Nah, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Big Wizard 69. I use the hashtag Big Wiz for life. So if you're on Twitter, search the hashtag Big Wiz for life. You'll find it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I even had pickles. So check it out.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
it was-
jar of pickles.
Well, that was last Thursday, so we didn't
Yeah.
play last Thursday. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be in character, and I'm gonna do some. I think I did 2 posts. I don't know if I'll ever do it again because it's so confusing. But Darth has been walking me through it. Thank you, Darth. I appreciate your guidance. Yep, there it is. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. TikTok. I never thought I'd be doing TikTok, but there it is.
Good
Whoa.
old
It's all for the
TikTok.
game. You know, I'll do anything for the game. That's the way. Hey, I want to talk about something else real quick. As Kirk shows off my embarrassment. there. But hey, February 18th, 19th, and 20th, Lord Gazumba and a bunch of Greyhawk community members are putting together and contributing to a fundraiser for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You can learn more about that at this link I'm going to drop in here right now. Please check it out. Come over and get involved with the weekend. It's going to be a really fun weekend of streaming. I get to play. I'm super excited because I get to play with Time Lord's wife and a bunch of other folks on Sunday, including Dungeon Mr. Ty. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be super fun. There's the pickles right there. Big whiz for life. Thank you, Kirk. Not safe for work. Everything is safe for work. In fact, totally encourage you to watch our stream while you're at work. Unless you're a surgeon, then please don't. That would be bad. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? I think that's it. Are we missing anything, guys? We've got the giveaway here. Get in on that. We've got tomorrow, Kids on Brooms. We've got this fundraising thing coming up. There's a lot going on. This community is amazing.
Is Knights and Bikes done?
Oh, no. Yeah. Thank you very much. We've got Travis and I will be continuing our Knights and Bikes fundraiser where we're raising money for Gillette Children's Hospital through Extra Life. And we are super close to our goal of $1,500. I think we're at $1,275 right now. So thank you to everybody who has gotten involved with that. We'll be here on Friday. Thank you, Chad, for reminding me to run that. And I feel like we're about, it's hard to tell because I haven't Googled anything about the game. Really fun game, by the way. Great artwork, super good writing. I think we're maybe halfway through the game, maybe 3/4. It's hard to say. We just got some sweet new like features and stuff. So come over and check that out on Friday. Enough of that. We're raising money for kids, and that's important. So thank you for reminding me on that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Captain Honkers is the shit. We're going to go ahead and do a giveaway. And I think, Ashley, if you don't mind, could you do a 5-second countdown? So get in right now, guys, if you haven't already.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right. The first winner tonight is, no, that doesn't work.
Stream
Elements. How did you get in on this?
How?
All right.
How'd the
Nope.
bot win?
The bot cannot win. I'm sorry,
That's
bots.
weird.
To all you bots out there, I apologize, but we're going to overrule that.
Shenanigans.
We're going to roll
That's
again.
rigged.
So here we go.
Rigged.
Techie
Oh.
woman. So as the first winner, you get to choose. Would you like the beard balm or would you like the adventure? Tell us what you'd like, and then we'll go ahead and roll for the next winner. And they'll get whatever you decide you didn't want. If you're still here, Techie woman. Techie woman might have left. I'm just going to look back at the chat.
She wants
Beard
the beard
balm.
balm. Techie woman wants
Oh,
Who wants the
Oh,
beard balm?
all right.
Give her the beard balm.
I will.
Right.
That's awesome. Techie woman, I'll reach out to you after the stream. We'll get your mailing information and we'll get that sent out to you. Thank you so much. And thanks to Old Goat Beard Company for that awesome donation. We appreciate you. And it's really good stuff. All right. Andy, why don't you do the second 5-second countdown for us?
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Darth Surrealish, well-earned Darth. You will be walking away. I don't know. You're sitting. I don't know what you're doing, but you're gonna win the War Wagon. So I'll send a link to you after the stream's over. Nice job, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's very fun to have sponsors who provide us with things to give away. I think that's really cool and fun, and I'm glad you guys are into it. You know what we're gonna do next? We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid somebody. Now,
Let's
last time we
villages.
raided somebody, let's Dork Tales. Are they gonna be on for a while, Kirk? They're kind of your crew, right? You're the Dork Tales guy.
I've
Dork
been
Tales.
there. I've ruined one of their games once by donating
Hi,
a
Vamp.
bunch. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're banned. Are you banned from their stream?
No, I'm not banned. No, they loved me.
But they made
They
some
just-
changes to their rules after
they,
you
they
arrived.
changed their rules after I arrived. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's go back there. Let's show them how much. Oh, dude, you got to get a beer. You got to get a beer sponsor, Armin, for sure. All right, we're going there. We're going to Dork Tales, guys. They're playing Shards of Nurm. That sounds pretty sweet. D&D. Let's do it. Thank you everybody for being here. Hit them with the raid emotes. Give them some love. Let them know where you came from. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna go to the end screen here, but thank you so much for being with us. Love you all. Thanks for the support. Bye, raid.